name is David VanderSpek, and I've been involved with the Nicaragua Ministry here at IPC for over 10 years, and it's been a source of great blessing in my life. The Nicaragua Ministry started out in IPC over 20 years ago. IPC was looking for an international ministry, and were led to a missionary who was working in Nicaragua. Bill Chesney and Chris Little went down to investigate, and they found a great need in Nicaragua, and were led that we wanted to minister in Nicaragua long term. We started out building Christian school buildings because there were so many children in Nicaragua who were not going to school, who didn't have the facilities to go to school. And so that's how the ministry started. We sent teams every year. We were building school buildings and blessing the people of Nicaragua. So the ministry started in over 20 years ago, and it's been going. We've been sending a team every year for over 20 years. More recently, we've been involved in leadership training. We partner with the Nehemiah Center and the Association of Christian Schools in Nicaragua. And these people are fantastic partners who are working all year round, providing leadership training to teachers, pastors, community leaders, people who are really trying to make a difference in Nicaragua. All of our partners are passionate about bringing the love and hope of Christ to people's lives. They're committed to bringing people into relationship with Christ on a personal basis, and then transforming people's lives through that relationship. Nicaragua has been a really focal point here at IPC. It's brought a lot of people together. It's given people the opportunity to serve and to just really step out of their comfort zone and really experience God in a new way as they serve Him in that country. COVID-19 has affected Nicaragua in a significant way, mainly because, like so many other things in Nicaragua, resources are scarce. So the healthcare system is not able to handle a crisis like this. Tests aren't readily available. People only know they have COVID when they actually get symptoms and are tested and have x-rays that show that their lungs are infected. The executive director of the Nehemiah Center lost his father in May. The executive director's name is Hultner Estrada, and his father died of COVID, and Hultner also contracted the disease, and he, with the grace of God, has fully recovered. But it just goes to show you how COVID has affected the church in Nicaragua. I spoke to Hultner in July, and he shared with me that over 80 pastors in Nicaragua died because of COVID. The church, in the evangelical church, the church was slow in closing their doors because they wanted to be the church, the hands and feet of Jesus in this crisis. So as a result, a lot of pastors were exposed, and because of the healthcare system being somewhat lacking, many pastors died, and has left a huge void in the church and in families and just in the overall ministry in Nicaragua. 10 years ago, we noticed that there was a real void in leadership development in Nicaragua, so we partnered with the Nehemiah Center about 10 years ago. And the Nehemiah Center is creating leaders who are effective, who understand what it means to bring the love and hope of Christ into people's lives and into communities. So we've partnered with the Nehemiah Center to help train pastors and to effectively be our hands and feet in Nicaragua. We've had a 10-year partnership with the Nehemiah Center, and they've been just fantastic. We get to visit churches that have participated in the training, and we can just see how the churches are being transformed and communities and lives are being impacted. So when teams go down to Nicaragua, we go down as equal partners. We don't go down as people who are out there to solve problems. We partner with our churches and schools in Nicaragua and let them take the lead in projects. So if a church is doing an outreach program, are doing door-to-door evangelism, or if they're doing a service project, we get involved and just help them serve whatever way we can. Sometimes we do a practical building project or a maintenance type of project. We quite often get involved in children's ministry. Our projects are varied, and they quite often bring people out of their comfort zones, and people experience God in a new way as He provides for them as they do step out for Him. We do work in an agricultural community named Montecito, where our partner missionary Jairo Solano works. Jairo is actually supported by our church IPC on a monthly basis. He works with farmers in a very poor community where there's no hydro, very low literacy rate, trying to get them to become more economically sustainable. Coffee is their biggest crop. They grow organic, homegrown coffee that's processed in that community, and we are able to buy that at IBC. The biggest challenge is among the farmers is that they're very traditional, they're very set in their ways, and since they're not literate, it's very hard to bring in new ideas and new concepts to the farming community. But Jairo's also very motivated to bring spiritual and social renewal to this community as well, because as he gets to know them, he sees that it's not just physical poverty, but it's also spiritual poverty that these people are suffering from. So he just brings the love and hope of Christ to that community as well. When teams encounter poverty in Nicaragua, they're really tempted to just hand out cash or goods to people because they know that it will help them for one day or maybe a week, and it feels great to help people in an immediate short-term situation. But we've learned from our partners that this sometimes can create dependency, and we really want to support projects that are helping people develop the skills and the knowledge and give them the ability to solve their own problems and to just to transform their lives with love and hope of Christ, but also to transform their lives with new knowledge that can bring long-term solutions. So the Nicaragua Ministry, obviously it goes beyond the team that goes down every year. IPC and the surrounding community supports this ministry in a significant way. You know, prayer is the biggest way that we can support our partners in Nicaragua as they go through difficult times and as they serve. And also just participating in fundraisers and different events that we hold here. Recently we had a golf tournament on September 30th, and I'm just very grateful for a fantastic organizing committee who put this tournament together in difficult situations. John Werkema, Deb Watt, Jeff Saul, and Jen Rupp did a fantastic job creating an event that brings awareness, but also brings people together. So I'd just like to introduce to you John Werkema, who's done a fantastic job organizing this event.
My name is John Werkema, and I've been going to the Mission of Hope golf tournament for the past 4 years. The last 3 years I've been involved just as a player, and this year I decided that it was time to step up and do a little bit more than just talk about it, but try and help out. As Dave mentioned, the golf committee did a great job, but he forgot to mention that he was also part of that committee. So we appreciate all the work that David did as well on the committee for this year and the past 3 years as well. We just had it on September 30th. It was a great day. We had 60 players come out. It was a typical fall day. It was a little cooler, a little bit of cloud, a little bit of sun, a little bit of rain, and even had a rainbow. So we had everything mixed in for the tournament. The players had a great time. We've had quite a few calls back and emails back saying thank you so much for putting it on. They enjoyed it, and it was just a great day of fun and fellowship, raising awareness and raising some money also for the people in Nicaragua. So as we continue to look forward into the future with the golf tournament, we hope to expand our numbers, obviously. This year was a challenging year for all the many reasons that we know about with COVID. We're still really grateful and thankful that we had 60 players, but I guess, we got to think big, and next year we're hoping and aiming for 100 players and also raising more funds to help the people down there.